Hello, we are almost at the end. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for the next couple weeks. So if you go to the calendar, scrolling on down. All right. Here we are at Thanksgiving. So this week, there's no actual work. This week is just going to show you what's coming up for next week and what's going to be going on in finals week. So if you want to get started early, you can. But with Thanksgiving, most of the week is holiday, and I don't want to give you a bunch of work to do for that. So what do you need to do this week? Watch the video we are watching right now and make up any missing work that you have. If you're not sure what's missing, definitely contact me, and I'm happy to help you out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk through what's going to go through the weeks after that. The week after Thanksgiving, you're going to read a paper by Villegas and Lucas. You're going to watch a short video by Chris Edmond. And then you're going to respond into the discussion post. You'll do an initial post on culturally responsive pedagogy that Friday, December 2nd. And then that same day, because we want to have it during the regular scheduled year, you're going to respond to just one peer on that discussion board. And then as we go into finals week, on Tuesday, there's a final paper that's due for everybody. And then on Friday, there's another paper that is for grad students only. So only if you are in CAS 5500. So let's go ahead and look at those assignments in more detail. All right, so we're going to start here at week 14, and we're going to go ahead and go down. And here is our paper by Villegas and Lucas. And here's our video by Chris Edmond. He's actually a science education professor at Teachers College, Columbia University, which is where I did my doctoral work, although I had already graduated by the time he got there. But I wish he had been there when I was. It would have been fun to take a class with him. And then on down, here's our discussion board on culturally responsive pedagogy. We've got 5 questions here. You're going to want to make sure that you respond to at least 2 of those questions. You choose the 2 that speak to you, and that you reflect on that article and video. After you've done your initial response, you're going to want to respond to at least 1 of your peers. And I think this is a really fascinating area of discussion as people are becoming more aware of the necessity of culturally responsive pedagogy. It's actually going to become a new state standard for licensure for K-12 teachers. It's definitely important as I think people are starting to open their eyes a little bit more about what are best practices in education. So I'm really interested to hear your thoughts and reflections and experiences this week. We're going to then go ahead and scroll on up, a little bit different than usual. And here is our information on our final papers. So Tuesday the 6th is when the initial paper is due. And when I say initial, I mean only for grad students. If you are in 4500, this is the only paper. Don't stress. All right. So we've read several articles over the semester. We've had a bunch of online discussions. We've conducted interviews. We've learned about specific teaching techniques in your field. So what are we going to do for the final paper? We're going to look at 3 broad questions. And you can answer each question directly rather than using an essay format. So you can just say question 1, here's my answer. Question 2, you don't need transition paragraphs or things like that. Your paper should be about 3 pages. And you want to use citations from the articles we have read to support your answers. So I'm not expecting you to do outside citations. You can if you want, but just citations from the articles, the videos, the resources that we've looked at in this class. And you want to reference at least 3 of those things. So the questions are, how would you describe good teaching, and how have your ideas about good teaching changed or been reinforced this semester? Question 2 is, which of the articles we read was most meaningful to you and why? And 3, if you could provide 2 suggestions to either a teacher or a learning assistant about how best to support students, what would they be? So those are going to be the key questions you're going to want to look at in this paper and reflect on what we've been doing in this classroom. And you're going to see right below here, if I scroll down, there is the link of where you're going to upload that paper to turn it in. The next part is for graduate students only. So if you were in CAS 4500, you can ignore me for a minute. If you were in CAS 5500, you have to do a little extra project to be able to have graduate credit in the class. So what you're going to do is conduct a literature review, finding 5 papers that connect your discipline to teaching and learning. You can use the paper that you did for the cross-disciplinary discussion as one of the 5 if you'd like, so that you only have to do 4 more. You're going to cite each paper and then write a summary paragraph on each describing the main ideas and outcomes in your own words. Each summary should be about half a page long. And then you're going to write a final paragraph where you discuss the common themes and differences in the papers you have chosen. And you also want to say how these papers could inform practice. Again, this does not need to be an essay form. Just write each paragraph separately. So I'm expecting 5 paragraphs, a summary on each of the 5 articles, and then a 6th paragraph that looks at the common themes and differences between those articles that you chose. If you have any questions about that, definitely let me know. And then the link for that is right down here. This paper that everyone is doing again is due on Tuesday, and the one for grad students is due on Friday. So please let me know if you have any questions as we go through these final few weeks of class. It's been a real pleasure to be able to read your ideas, especially this last week on growth and fixed mindset. There has been really fascinating discussion going on, and I appreciate you being able to share your ideas with me. I feel like I learn a lot from students in these periods of reflection, and I'm really thankful for that. So that's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'm thankful that I get to read your really great posts and ideas and delve into these topics more deeply. So if you have any questions or concerns, contact me. Have a great holiday week this week, and looking forward to seeing your reflections on culturally responsive pedagogy and reading those final papers. Thanks so much. Bye.